May gabi sa tanan. Salamat sa mga pag-andito sa mga sa atin. So, we would also like to welcome Congressman Bebot Alvarez, who is here with us tonight. Thank you, sir. Mayor, would you like to begin with your opening statement?
Again, when you repeat again, we are calling for this conference. Mind you, there will be another one after April 14th. But let me be very clear. We have not conceded anything. There might be an exchange of control over the Chinese China Sea. Pero those were really territorial in nature, not involving the encroachment of China in the exclusive economic zone. Iba yun. Yung sabi nila territorial, we are studying it still until now. That I can give you a concrete picture of everything. Ang problema lang nito, maraming hindi naman they are not party to any of the discussion at itong biglang gentleman's agreement with Xi Jinping. Nobody but nobody in the Philippines today, either the Supreme Court, Presidency, or Congress, can concede anything about territory. Hindi gawain ng Presidente. And ano ko lang is, even this stupid ex-Justice Carpio is arguing on a gentleman's agreement of which certainly he was not there, and is beginning to expound on the consequences of the resort or whatever wrong there was committed in the agreement. Aside from the fact of having a handshake with President Xi Jinping, the only thing I remember was that status quo. Just a word na walang galawan, no movement, no armed patrols there, as is where is, para walang magkagulo. Hindi tayo magkagulo. Yun ang naalaala ko. Wala akong, I do not, there's a new word, I do not even know the ayunan. Ito si Carpio and the rest of the, well, I think is trying to be relevant, is a retired justice, a not so brilliant one, which he pretends to be. Nawala naman siya doon. And I assure you that if it was a gentleman's agreement, it would only submit an agreement that would keep the peace in the South China Sea. Huwag mo kayong maniwala yung politic nila kasi hindi ako ganun kagago. You know, ayaw kong magyabang. Kaya ako bakit ako tumagal sa AB, sa Lyceum, is because after my political science course, I took up, and Lyceum could show the record. Marami akong kinuha about foreign affairs, foreign politics. Sabi ko hindi ako nagyayabang. I studied geopolitics under Professor Fiona. I think he's still connected or retired from the Foreign Affairs Department. I was under Ambassador Terrano sa Tirona. I'm sure. Yan Ambassador Rosan or Rosalinda Terrona sa geopolitics ko pati sa many subjects about foreign policy, foreign affairs. I had my diplomatic practice and procedure doon sa David Tapos, and political thought I was under Jose Maria Siso. You know, nagturo sa amin, ayaw ko mas may bright pa doon. Kaya sinasabi ko, it would be good and it would be healthy for you to just shut up and not muddled up with the of which I was not there. Hindi ko naman siya kinukondem. Pero sa amin niya, tinatawag in our parlance, Pastor Pinoy Pumputang yun. I will be expounding more the day after because I just received the old documents of Malacanang about foreign policy noon sa panahon. I just got it tonight. I want to review it and the different agreements that were entered into by myself and the Defense Department, sila Lorenzana. Lorenzana played a crucial role, a role that was something that was, well, sinasabi ko sa kanya, you handle this, especially matters that will govern the movements of the great ships. Wala pa ng great ships dyan sa, you know, yun ang binabantayan namin noon. The entry of the great ships. Pero walang nangyari. There was never a time that we sent the great ships in China and China sent the... Ano yung great ship? When we talk about great ships, we are talking about warships. Ang nangyari dito sa China all along was a coastal guard, coastal patrol. So, hindi naman hanggang ngayon, but there are misconceptions perpetuated, not by us. So, itong nasa gobyerno na napakamarunong. You know, ito ang nangyari. You better make it of record. Nung pumunta ako sa China, I was with Delpen Lorenzana, the DND. I was with Anyo, who was my security advisor, national security advisor, and the advisor of ni Bongbong ngayon, national security advisor. Nandoon sila lahat, Esperon, and my cabinet members, lahat sila. Ito ang opening remarks ko kay Xi Jinping. Kunin ninyo ito. Kasi harap-harapan kami ng long table. Para I said, Mr. President, we would insist that that China Sea, or not the whole of it, but there is a part of the China Sea that belongs to the Philippines. And since I would want to, get savings instead of importing it from the exporting country, ako naman I will dig my oil there. I just want to let you know. Ito ang sagot ni Xi Jinping. I am afraid you cannot do that. Sabi ko, why, Mr. President? Dinaritso ko na niya. I will get it from that portion of the Red China Sea that belongs to the Philippines. Sabi niya, please do not do it. For the life of me. We are friends and I do not want to destroy that friendship. So what is in your mind, Mr. President? Sabi niya, because it would be trouble. Kami dito sa kabila nakaintindo na nandyan yung mga generals nila. Ano yung National Security Advisor ni Marcos? Nandyan. Ang pagkaintindi ko pag sabi na there will be trouble if we insist on our own way there, China will go to war. Sabi ko, well, Mr. President, this is the first day of my visit. I do not want to spoil everything, so maybe we can put it off to some other day. Yun ang that yung put it off to some other day never came. Because we avoided that controversy. We avoided the issue of the Philippines getting into our claimed territory to extract minerals and oil. Diyan ako nagkalma kasi alam ko na hindi talaga kaya ng Pilipinas kung magkagin. Now, at present, in the past or in the future, ako naman, hindi ko inaasahan na ang Amerika to the South China Sea, swaggering. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, ang Amerika talaga, gusto niyang make his presence felt there in the China Sea and to show to the world na protektado, as Marcos would want to picture it to be, na America will come to our aid. Why do it during a war? Anak ka na po, pumunta na sila doon to avoid the war. And if America goes into trouble with China, that is their own shit. Sila kasi yung magka-rival niya. Bakit hintayin pa ng Amerika? Why would Bongbong Marcos would now go to America to continue dito? Na ganun pa man, what has agreed upon years ago remains until today. And the popular notion is that if we go to war with China, America would hurry up, go there, and defend them. So sabihin ko sa Amerika, if you are interested really in defending the Philippines, putang ina, bakit ka pa maghintay magkaroon ng gera? Why don't you go there and give the protection that is being mounted by... Bakit hintayin pa magkaroon ng patayan? Di parking na niya yung 7th fleet niya doon. The 7th fleet is in the Barrio. It's a big one. It's a task force. Ilagay niya yung doon ng mga destroyer dyan o sa... wala eh. Tapos, alam mo, there is a very dangerous trend. And anybody of you can notice. Bongbong America has been there for about balik sa Amerika. Ang Amerikano naman, binibigyan siya ng moral booster. Sige, lumaban ka. Wala kang pokpok. Wala kang ikatakot. So, sa Amerika dito, before election in America, is boasting of resisting China. We do not want oppression. Of course, we are being oppressed by China. There's no doubt about it. Nobody questions that. Ang problema lang, ang trabaho namin kasi dito as president, just like Aquino and all, istorya muna tayo because we cannot afford war at this time with China. And I am so ever in doubt that America will try to tickle China there to go into a nuclear war. Because a nuclear war means the end of the world. For China and for everybody. Alam nila yan. Takot ang Amerika kasi isang ballistic lang during a nuclear warfare. Isang putok lang yan dyan sa gitna ng Amerika. Sufficiente na yan. But with 1,000 missiles, and in return, America returns a favor, sending also 1,000 missiles, it will really end. Kaya ang China takot. Hanggang dyan lang sila sa malayo. But they have never confronted Russia or China. Takot, obliterated lahat yan. Maniwala kayo. Including us. There will be famine and hunger and death. You can ask any professor ninyo sa physics and he will tell you what will happen to the world. Nobody wins. That is why we navigate through our differences, our nuances, our everything that is questionable, then just they talk. Pero itong curfew na ito, ayunan, bakit kung ibigay ko yung ayunan sure, just a curfew, kung hindi ka magago, ibigay ko na lang yung South China Sea. Hindi ko nga alam kung saan yung ayunan. At ito, Justice Curfew, sabihin ko sa iyo, if China would decide to erect a naval base there in the island nearest us, can you stop it? Ano mo yung Supreme Court ruling mo dyan? Papel lang yan, idiot. It cannot stop a war. Hindi nadadala ito sa salita. We presidents, at one time or another, had that solemn duty, sacred duty, to protect the Filipino people. Ikaw, yung theories mo, bakit scholar ka pa na? Huwag mo ako mapabilib, kilala kita, nagamaw ka. Maaga ka lang ng political connection, kaya ka naging justice. Murahin mo ako. Yan ang totoo. Madali kasi ito sila magsabi that we should insist. And if China would say, no, you cannot insist, what can you do? Justice Curfew, answer. So you call America. You're a crybaby. Always America, America, America. That was the last speech of Marco. Now, we will be brave there. We have the ships there patrolling alongside with the American ships. What? And you call yourself, you call our place Republic of the Philippines. When you could remain to be a republic and be peaceful with everybody. Pag-usapan na lang natin yun. Hindi naman Palawan ang kinukuha ng ano. There are questions and issues about jurisdictions. And, we will continue to talk. Yan ang trabaho namin. Problema sa iyo, Justice Curfew, hindi ka naging presidente. Akala mo, itong problema ng Pilipinas sa chessboard, kung marunong ka maglaro. It's easy for you to say, ganun dapat ginawa. Okay, talagang, utang ina mo, hindi ka naging presidente. You were not given that sacred duty to protect the 120 million plus Filipinos. Ang iyong papel lang dyan at salita at maraming ambog. I have the documents. Hinahanap ko yung meron bang mga agreements na I will study it tonight, and after the rally, we can probably have a more expanded agreement signed along the way. Kasi pagkaalam ko si Tito Ricardo, galing yan ng collegial eh. Supreme Court is collegial, marami sila. Ganon rin ho kami, ugok. I do not decide on my own. When there is a critical issue at hand in front of me, I call the National Security Council. Kung wala akong panahon, yan si Andio Esperon, ang mga military, ang tinatanong ko sa cabinet. Hindi naman ako, no? It's the act of the President. Correct. But behind that act of the President, I will educate you. Hindi akin yung lahat. I cannot make a move relative to the security of the country without asking the military and the National Security Council. Kaya yung agreement na yan, kung totoo, nasabi ko na sa mga military yan, you should not keep anything secret when you're talking about the national security. Ang mga military nandyan talaga yan. Nandyan man si Anyo, he was my national security advisor. Advisor mo yan, Bongbong. Tanungin mo kung mayroon bang gentleman's agreement. Aywan ko, ayaw kong mag-insulto. Inumpisahan mo eh. O tinawagan mo sana ako, di hindi ka makatanggap nito. Ikaw, putang ina ka, hindi ka nakatapos hanggang second year college pa lang. Me, dumaan ako sa lahat ng taga-Foreign Affairs, Undersecretary Ingles, si Ambassador Terona, Viana, si David Drapos, then si Maria Sison. Doon ako medyo kunting kaya kung sabihin, mas marunong kayo sa akin. Alam kong ginagawa ko. Diplomatic and consular procedure. Master ko po yan, dumaan ako dyan. Any question?
Okay, questions? Edit? Okay. Jermelina Lacorte from Inquirer.
Mayor, I just want to know,
Mike.
sa inyong recollection po, was there a written agreement and was it binding? If you are looking into the documents, that means that there was a written agreement.
I don't, ayun.
Yes, sir. And also, sir,
Maraming agreement, Tia. When you're dealing with the foreign relations, maraming agreement yan. Not only with China, but with all of the mostly Asian countries. Hindi basta-basta na lang sabihin mo na once upon a time.
About what Harry Roque, former spokesperson Harry Roque mentioned, that the agreement banned the gentleman agreement, parang what he mentioned was
Hirap ka.
walang pwedeng construction materials that can be brought to the PRP Sierra Madre and only food and water. Yun daw ang content ng agreement.
As is where is nga.
Yeah, so,
You cannot bring in materials to repair and improve.
okay. So,
Wala yan.
totoo, Mayor,
Totoo yan.
na mayroong agreement.
No agreement. As is where is.
So, bawal ang construction materials.
Well, ganun. As is where is nga. Kasi kung Sierra Madre pa lang, if allowed, matagal na na-repair yan, nakauwi na yan dito.
And is it binding sa present administration?
Well, if it's brave enough, kaya gusto ko sabi ko, nandyan kaya yung Amerika, why don't the Philippine Navy get itong pang-ila at repair it? Or, wag na yan. Nandiyan pa kaya ang Amerika? Occupy the islands and drive the Chinese away.
Mayor, in the context of Secretary of State was, given the as is where is, so the ship there will be allowed to run in time because no repair is allowed, and which the President, which Marcos says, that is very alarming because if you cannot repair it, if it will rot there, it will be destroyed, then we have nothing there.
Kaya ito sabi ko kay Marcos, stop complaining and expounding on it. Do it and repair. Yan ang sasabi ko sa kanila. I challenge them na sila man sa gobyerno ngayon, di-repair nila at gumawa sila doon ng mga bahay-bahay kung saan. If they are really ready for that. Gawain na nila ngayon gusto nilang gawin. Ipatrol na nila yung Philippine Navy, the gray ships, and let us see what happens. Tapos na kami. Kung sabihin ni Marcos, all of you past presidents were failures. You didn't do anything about Sierra Madre. Mr. President, I am challenging you to go to Alonan with the other ships and repair it. Yan ang dapat. Following yun. Subukan nila. Kami takot. Ayaw namin ng gera. Kung sa kanya, hindi pa kagira pagkos andyan yung Navy, di gawain mo. You have the ironclad guarantee of the Navy that they will, U.S. Navy, that they will all die for the peace.
Are we saying that the recent maritime cooperation exercise is just a show of force, and even if Japan, Australia, Philippines, and the United States will collaborate to repair this Sierra Madre, still it's an exercise in futility?
Would you take that risk? Go ahead. Bring in Japan and the rest of the ASEAN countries and let us see what happens.
Are you saying there will be a bloodshed?
See what?
There will be a bloodshed. War.
Oh, wala akong sinabi. Sinabi ko lang subukan nila and see what happens.
The way you listened to President Xi during your meeting, he said you can do this because there will be this possible war.
One more time. Nandyan kami lahat.
What was it?
Do not do it because there will be trouble. It was heard by all.
So it was a stern warning from China.
Well, that was the reply. If it's a warning, well, ikaw naman, you interpret.
If you are to advise the Philippine government in this era of Philippine government's position on the West Philippine Sea, and if you are asked to a one-set opinion, what will you tell the Philippine government, or what will you tell the Filipino people given this condition, sir?
My advice would be totally irrelevant. Sila ang magtanong doon sa Amerikano. Sila kasi ang gumagawa. Hindi naman ako bakit ako mag-advise.
Mayor, pwede mo balik lang ko. I just want to make it clear. So you said that where is, as is, where is, there was an agreement. And was it written or verbal only? And
Verbal. Verbal. Walang written sa amin. During my relations with China during my trip, walang written except yung mga trade which were signed by the undersecretaries of the particular department concerned. Sa kami lang ako.
so
Kami
that
lang
means it's not binding. It's not binding. They're
No,
not binding.
it is binding. Just because it was not signed, other trade agreements signed are binding sa atin. Hindi naman kailangan ang presidente ang pupunta doon.
Okay, thank you, Chair Molina. Sir Al.
You cannot put to task the president to sign all agreements with all other countries because that would stay. Kaya may dala kang mga diplomatic trade secretary, trade secretary.
Okay. Sir Al,
I am
next
just
question.
asking you to exactly, meron ka mang recorder, quote me exactly para walang misconceptions, misunderstanding.
Thank you, Mayor. Sir Al.
Okay, may gabi Mayor Al-Inogil sa Sologon. Gihimong issue ni Bongbong Marcos just because of Harry Roque.
Ipalayo mo yung mukara mo. Maliit ang kwarto.
Gihimong issue ni PBBM ang statement ni Harry Roque, and then your advisor Attorney Salvador Panilo, sinabi niya, tinawagan ko ang presidente na kausap kami, walang gentleman agreement. Bakit sinabi ni Harry Roque na mayroong gentleman agreement at yan ang ginagawang issue ni PBBM, Mayor?
Ano, si Harry Roque wala pa doon. Harry Roque joined my administration almost halfway na. Ang si Panelo ang nandoon. Wala si Harry Roque. He was not there because he was not part of the government delegation. So, wala ho akong paisagot dyan kay about Harry Roque. Ask him again. Ask him again.
Okay.
Kung may agreement man kami ni President Xi Jinping, walang secret agreement yan. We agree. Then after that, yung agreement namin, isasabi namin sa mga tao, foreign affairs particularly, to verbalize everything that is being said in whisper. Kung meron man.
Bakit sinabi ni Harry Roque, wala pa siya doon noong panahon na yun, bakit sinabi niya, nakikalito, ginawang issue ni PBBM ngayon? bago siya lumipat ng Amerika, ginawa niya yung issue na meron daw kayong...
Do you know Harry Roque? Do you know him? Do you have an idea of what his personality is? Meron kayong idea? Wala. Hindi ko tayo.
Daghang salamat, Al. Si Richie sa, and then Randy after.
May gabi, Mayor. Mayor, gisulti mo kanina that when you go to China, after nga gisultihan ka ni Xi Jinping that dili pwede maistoryahan ang imo ang pangayo sa iya about the conflict of the West Philippine Sea. After anak, wala na ba series of talks nga naitabo?
Tapos na lahat eh. During our first meeting, nandito yung cabinet ko. Nandito yung mga military sa Lorenzana. What would be the point in bringing up the matter again with him? Kung sinabi sa iyo, please do not do that, there will be trouble. Anong ibig sabihin niya? Trouble na yan sa kanya kasi may nuclear bomb na. That's a big deal for all of us. Matutunaw itong Pilipinas at
After, before you get out from the office, Mayor, wala na ba ini attempts to buhion na siya ng iskutanan? Kanang after atong China, and then for how many years ka naka sa pwesto bago ka muhawa, wala na ba kay attempt na buhion to siya ng istorya?
well, the day I went out of Malacanang, totally cut off governmental nobody would believe me. Magsalot lang yung police, pati military, pagka may posisyon ka. Pag wala ka na sa posisyon, sabihin ng military, sabihin mo na,
Okay. Salamat, Richie. Randy Cañedo.
Mayor, my concern is for the 120 million Filipinos na 21 million Filipinos na sinasabi mo baka mag-punish tayo, mag-purpose tayo. And thinking na ikaw, kilala namin pero walang kinatatakutan. Now, being afraid for the sake of the Filipino, and hindi mo na pinatulan yung sinabi ni Xi Jinping there will be trouble. It seems like you're sending that message right now to PBBM na ito yung sinabi ni Xi Jinping, there will be trouble. What if our present president will not listen to this at makumbinsi siya ng Amerika na kasi nandun siya ngayon, paano pagbalik niya, sinabi niya, makikipaggera tayo. What can we do?
good. Let him try it. Magtago ka na. That is very good. But ang gusto kong tanongin, bakit ang gray ships ng American Navy? Yung malapit lang naman, nagpa-distansya.
Ang chance ba yun, pwedeng gawin tayong proxy war daw, gaya na nangyari sa Ukraine, at tayo magiging kawawa. Sinasabi pa po na baka gamitin daw ni Biden ang gerang ito para ma-retain siya kasi mukhang delikado siya sa election by November. At pag nakipag-gera, tapos si Trump naman ang manalo, inaano ko lang na baka bawiin ni Trump yung order na yan, kawawa daw tayo at may iwan. Is it possible?
The earlier that Bongbong Marcos comes back, bringing him the order to go to war. Para sa akin, the better.
What can the Filipino people do?
Eh, kung patay na tayo, what can you say? A nuclear war is a nuclear war. Kung hindi mo na, you go to TV, sa YouTube, pakita mo, there's a series there of what would happen to the world after the nuclear war. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing in this world. Kaya magdasal ka na lang, pagputok, kasali ka na. Kung maiwan ka, pati yung kamuti mo is radioactive, lalo ka mo suka-suka. So I think that the best thing is just really remain you. So yun lang sa China, Andre, wala mo na akong away sa iyo. Huwag mo lang akong galawin. Itong Amerika, well, if you want trouble there to find a proxy, meron naman. Japan, you can use China, South China, South Korea, and many others. Huwag tayo. Wala tayong ibubuga. Navy natin, ipagyabang natin. Wala. Pwede. Pwede. We can... I'm not belittling my country's Navy. But we can only guess this what would be the stage and what would happen.
Salamat, Lance. Ruth, then Alan after.
Mayor Maynabee,
Lahat kayo may tanong. Hindi ako nagpipiro. Hindi ako nagpapatawad. Wala ka akong kasi kain eh. Kain na ngayon.
yes po.
Sus, maayaw pa mo.
Last two questions, Mayor.
Natakin ulit.
Last two na lang ulit.
Last,
Hindi. Okay lang.
Mayor, I'd like to shift to other topic. You wanted to know what's
Mabuti pa.
Opo.
Ubod na sa China kay...
Mayor, can we hear your statement or message to your friend, Pastor Apollo Cuboloy's situation, who is currently hiding because of the warrant of arrest? There's even an arrest order from the Senate.
You know, as a lawyer, I would say that you can go to court and fix your case and post a bail bond. That could be an option. But if you do not think that you will get a fair deal with this administration, because you have been talking about Marcos and everything, huwag kang lumabas dyan sa Tamayo. Nandiyan na yan sa Tamayo. Malaki lang ang Tamayo. Alam mo, ganito yan. Let me educate all of you. Ang Tamayong malaki yan sa loob maraming bahay. Make sure na sa isang bahay na dyan siya. Because for every bahay, it should be a different search. Hindi mo pwede ma-search ang bahay na yan at maghanap ko kay Pastor Kibuloy. You would have to get another rig. Iba-iba yan. Marami ang bahay na yun. So, mag-ikot siya dyan, kung makabulan kayo, by the time na matapos na napagod ka na, you will become a member of the Jesus Christ. Kingdom. Alam mo, ang buhay ng tao, tayo naman siyempre lang. Katoliko, trabaho tayo, prayer, that someday, pag namatay tayo, mahawaan Diyos, punta tayo ng langit. Di ba? O gusto ninyo sa impyerno? Impyerno ang gusto ninyo? Bahala ko. Ngayon, kahanap ninyo, hindi nyo mahanap. It's ewan ko, tama yung malapit yung malaki ang tayo. Malaki.
Follow up, Mayor, may mga speculation kasi that someone is studying,
Kibuloy, may tako si Kibuloy.
Look, mukhain mo ako, mag-uwi ako. Sama tayo doon. And if you can find Kibuloy there, I'm raising the ante. Ano ba mukha na bumili na 100? I'll make it 200,000. Or 300. Or even 500. Ibuhos ko na yung pera ko para maligaya kayo kung kumita yung bahay ko. Uy, pastor, ikaw naman ang wanted. Huwag mo akong damahin dito mo. Prosecutor ako tapos.
you were designated mayor as administrator of Pastor Kibuloy's properties. Is this true?
Nilipat ko na sa lahat ko sa pangalan mo. Kaya mo gusto yung pag-pidya na bigyan kita.
So, totoo yun, Mayor?
Administrator, and it has that he is left around. Ngayon, probably in hiding. So somebody has to see the management of the kingdom. To preserve the kingdom, not to go into waste. Sayang, nandiyan yan. Kingdom of God yan. Bakit mo yan?
Clarification na Mayor, the properties in the church also?
May tulugan ako dyan sa kingdom. Sa likod ng parang kapilya nila. May kwarto ako doon. Gusto kang pumunta doon ngayon. Kasama lang kailangan ko.
Salamat. Thank you, Ruth. Alan, nakikipangutana pa? Okay.
Loob lang sa gikuha ni Ruth. But, Mayor, are you also convinced na possible itong sinasabi ni Pastor na may extraordinary rendition na mangyari kapag siya magpakita?
Well, hindi ko masyado pinag-aralan yan kasi American law yan. But it is possible may rendition. Pero tingin ko, we will post a ban At talagang billable. Kung hindi billable, remains fugitive. Pero pag billable, tapos he gets his liberty. I don't think that there will be. Sabi ko naman sa kanya, huwag kang maniwala niya marindiso ng Amerika. Kung meron naman, tawagan mo ako.
So you'll advise him to come to the open.
Again.
You advise him to surrender, if that is so. You will advise him to surrender, if that is so. Na wala rin vision na mayari.
Wala ako kasi pastor naman, edukado na tao. Alam namin na ano. Hindi kami nag-istorya ng buhay niya. About arrest and everything. Kung ano gusto niya sa buhay niya, okay lang.
Salamat.
Tanungin ninyo ako, saan si pastor? Gusto niyo malaman talaga?
Yes.
Ewan ko, pagpapakano lang ka, tama yung... Yan lang naman ang refuge niya. Sanctuary. Wala mo siya ibang bahay. Yan lang. Wala akong nalaman na he is comfortable in his kamayong sanctuary or itong kingdom compound niya sa airport. Frankly, yan talaga ang nakunan. Nakapunta na siya ng Manila o saan na lugar, wala akong alam kung may mga bahay pero I must profess my ignorance.
Is it possible that you also be assassinated? Assassinated because extraordinary revision. He said that it's possible that he will either be abducted or assassinated. Do you think that it's possible?
Maybe because he's hiding. That is his belief.
But why would the U.S. want to kill him?
I don't know.
Thank you, Germelina. Last two questions na Mayor from Sheila Lisondra of the XRP and then Maya Padillo.
When was the last time you talked with the pastor?
Again?
When was the last time you talked with the pastor?
Kanina.
Is it possible po na sa inyo mo siya mag-surrender?
Hindi ako natatanggap eh. Hindi ako masulit eh. Hindi na ako dadala ng wala.
Mag-ask ng help po siya sa inyo po.
We had dinner downtown kanina. Hindi na maglalay sa mga restaurant.
Thank you, Sheila.
Saka wala pakialam yung mga waiter. Basta magbayad sila.
Maya Padillo, Mayor.
Mayor,
Mike.
this is regarding sa holding ng hakbang ng maiso sa Tagum on April 14. Parang iso timely na may order na for 60-day preventive suspension si against Governor Akuya Gonzapan.
Yan ang magandang tanong.
Official date of this.
That maiso, it has nothing to do with politics. What is very unbelievable to me, walang notice, wala lahat. Basta sinabi lang sa kanya, umalis ka. Alam mo, we are drifting into that kind of setup, which I think, to me, is very important for the President to realize it. Mr. President, hindi mo na sinusunod yung demokrasya. And you are yung pag ganun is that you are veering towards a more authoritarian. Mahirap yan, hindi sanali ang Pilipino. I am just warning you. Ako sa isa talaga na hindi ako papayag. Kung magtanong ka na what I intend to do, I will raise her one day. And I would ask the military and the police to join me. Not to force you out of the office. We'll just air our sentiment for you not to forget that the Philippines is a democratic state. Itong nangyari kay Governor, basta na lang pinaalam sa kanya na umalis ka, it violates the due process of law. Very important yan. No person shall be denied the equal protection of the Constitution. Tanggalin mo tao walang rason. And you must remember that the governor of North Davao has been elected by the people. Hindi yan trabahante na in-appoint mo tapos tanggalin mo. We have to respect the will of the people of that North Davao. For respeto naman. So you are veering dangerously close to being an authoritarian government. Ako sinasabi ko sa iyo, kasi hindi ko nagustuhan yung style. Kung due process of law, if he had committed a wrong, may masama siyang ginawa, imbestigahin mo. Ano ba yan? And if it is a case that is good for a case under the revised penal code or any other special law, sabihin mo sa kanya the right to know and the right to address something. Kung wala siyang ma-explain sa mga tao bakit niya inabanduno ang mga tao na siya naman ang general na governor, then there is something seriously wrong sa pamamalakad na ito. Then, ayaw ko ang tingin ng military pati police. I am asking you guys to look at it closely. Be neutral. You were not organized and funded by the Republic of the Philippines with the money of Marcos. You are there operating and paid by the taxpayer, the Republic of the Philippines. Ngayon, kung mag-open up ako sa one of these days, and I will begin to say it in rallies and everything, because it's bad. Hindi ko kalaban si Marcos, pero along the way, magkakalaban talaga kami. We will be political enemies. Hindi ko you cannot remove that kind of situation na mangyari kasi mali mali na tanggalin mo yung isang tao dyan, elected by the people. There's a big difference between an appointed guy and an elected guy. Elected to. Gusto nila itong leader na ito to help work the local place. So, hindi ko alam. Wala naman akong balita kay, alam mo si Ben Hall, kaibigan ko rin yan. Kasama kami nung pagkakyat namin na mayorship. Nagtataka lang ako because ako wala akong kita mo nun bastos ako magsalita, pumangan ako. But my God, doing this kind of thing is very serious. I hope that they will go to court. Diretso na sila sa Supreme Court and ask for a relief, whatever it is available. Bawal talaga ito. Ito yung pangpahina ng gobyerno. Ang lahat ng mga bumoto dyan sa gobernador dyan, galit sa gobyerno. Yung galit na yan, tayan ninyo yan kasi masaya na sana kami, ako, pati ang military, na medyo humina na ang NPA. Huwag kayong bigay ng rason ng mga tao nito tatakbo sa bukid ng armas, manggulo na naman ang bayan namin. Alam ko hindi niya nagustuhan ng military. Sigurado ako dyan. Kasi sa military, hindi ka lang basta, you are advised way ahead that you are being transferred from one post to another. But it can never be applied with such a cavalier fashion of removing a person elected by the people. Basta mo nang liwakin, tumabi ka dyan. That is not democracy. Hindi pa ready ang Pilipinas dyan. At do not ever think na popular ka sa tao. Yun ang karamihan na that's the pitfall of many leaders. Just do not assume that you have the absolute power. In a democracy, there are always parameters, boundaries where you can act and when you cannot act. But always we find the power of the law to govern us all, to make us conscious of being a citizen and what to do.
Thank you, Mayor. Maya, salamat. One question from Dennis Lasso, Mayor.
Sige na.
Mr. President, the November 5 U.S. election is fast approaching. No? Your friends, magkaibigan kayo ni Donald Trump. Will you campaign for him? Kay Donald Trump sa Islamic?
Wala akong pamasahe po sa doon.
Pwede man magpatawag ka sa press pa niyo. Your plans.
Hindi man tayo makaboto. Pero I am for Trump. There is no available leader in that place for USA na pwedeng with all the ang gulo kasi ng USA na yan. And you need a leader like Trump na isang salita para behave lahat. Kay Biden, huwag maniwala dyan.
So you're calling now the Filipino-American citizen to...
I'm calling all Filipinos who are now Americans and who have the voting right to elect the President of the United States. I'm calling you to vote for Trump. Akin yan. Ayaw ninyo, doon kayo kay Biden. Kasi si Biden, pareho ko. Hindi ako maglakad ako. Pero itong akin, it's more of the after effects of my years of motoring sa Simpra. It has taken its toll dito sa katawan ko, sa spinal pati.
Salamat sa...
Pero hindi pa nga ako matanda. Kaya lang na hindi na ako pag matanda ka na, babalikan ka talaga.
Salamat, Dennis.
Trump tayo.
Salamat, Dennis. Mayor, naipahabol si Yusek Lorraine Badoy.
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor, in my job, marami ako nakakausap na marami silang gustong iparating sa'yo. Ordinary Filipino, si mahihirap. And so, magsisegue lang ako doon sa sinabi ni ma'am about Governor Hubahib. Now, having been on the receiving end of this government's heavy-handedness, tsaka yung parang wala ng batas sa Pilipinas, parang sila na yung may-ari sa Pilipinas. Yan yung nararamdaman ng ordinary Filipino. Kahit ako, nung kami we were illegally and arbitrarily detained by the Martin Romualdez-led Congress, and even the way they run the PCSO, it's just so shameless, so brazen, yung corruption.
It's obscene.
Yes, it's obscene, and yet it's so shameless. And they keep doing it the way that they've done it with SMNI, now the way they have silenced the press. And we feel it, Mayor, it's so, ang sakit-sakit masyado na, Mayor. And basically, what I want to ask you, Mayor, is ano ba yung, maybe you can educate us, ano ba yung recourse namin dito? Kasi this president, no, is he's ignoring the clamor of the people. For instance, no, a drug test, when the documents, there are proofs, and there's that outcry, no, and then he's hurtling us towards the precipice of war. Nasa tamang pag-iisip pa ba itong taong ito?
Alam mo, ma'am, ako una yung nagsabi na drug addict siya. Hindi naman ako nag-i-invento ng istorya. Pero yung mga PDEA reports nila ngayon na sinasabi na totoo, na hindi totoo, natural yan, ma'am, kasi panahon ni Marcos. Ano agency in government can go head-to-head with the president sa bagay na yan? So, sinusuppress yan. Kung sinabi ko sa inyo, noong as early as, hindi pa ako presidente. Noong presidente, mas lalo ko nakita. I saw it again. But yung dito sa Davao, because ano talaga ako sa droga, pinakita nila si Marcos na doon. Hindi ko binigyan ng importansya. Ang sinabi ko lang sa kanila, trabaho lang kayo. Huwag na ninyo akong isali na lalabas na personal akong magalit kay Marcos. I do not need it. But when I was president, I was already looking at yung full the full story of yung pagka-addict ni Marcos. Kaya lang naman, ma'am, sabi ko, sana hinuli na lang nila noon. Ang pagkamali ko lang rin, kasi mayor lang ako, yung unang nakita ko. Sana nung na-presidente ako, pero wala na yung unit, wala na sa mga... So, siguro sa Pasig River na, hindi na natin galaw yan dyan. Ako, I firmly believe, with all honesty, hindi naman sa akin generated by my personal ay ayaw ko sa kanya. Kaibigan ko yan si President. Gusto ko nga protektahan. May ano kasi, ano ba naman yan, everybody's doing it. Kaya yung sinabi ko sa mga ano, parang ano lang na, sige, bago yun lang din not really a specific order na you try to huli kasi vice presidente lang ako. Ano presidente ako? Pero mahirapan sila. I do not know. Pero ako, tuniwala ako kasi nakita ko at hindi naman sa yung aking innate native na galit ako kay hindi yan, Mr. Marco. Yung pinakita sa akin ng presidente. Alam ko yan, pinakita rin sa iyo pa si presidente ka. O takot lang yung gagawin sa SPDM. At lahat yung dokumento na yan, talagang inano na yan. It's either they were erased. So. Pero balik tayo dito sa ano, nandito man si Secretary Alvarez. We are friends. Hindi naman kami nag-away. Contrary to popular laws, hindi kami nag-away. Kaibigan ko siya sa Congress. Nagtabi kami. Ulit, mabuti tao naman si Pemoto. Ano kami na, wala tayong problema. Of course, he said something about my daughter. Politika eh. So, at saka, alam mo na ang ginawa na he has to face the consequences of being criticized. Ganun yan. Siya yung gumalaw. Hindi naman, ayaw naman mo kapigil. In matters of politics, hindi na talaga nagpapigil yan si Inday. Kaya nabi ko, out of no. Kung wala kami away. So, I will support him. I will support the governor because he's a victim of, how would I describe it? Oppression on itong Port City. Port City on the part of whatever it is. Bakit hindi nila ipalapat? Walang ano. Kaya dapat mag-akit sa support. And I will support the government. Matter of fact, kung ako sila lahat, I will be there to campaign. Hindi maganda na gano'n ang nangyari. So, hindi naman ako, yung oppression talaga eh. Hindi maganda.
Thank you, Mayor.
So, basta ako, wala ako away kay Marcos. Sinasabi ko lang kay Marcos ngayon, marami kang ginawa na hindi tama. Kaya nagrereklamo ako kasi alam ko at do not continue committing so many mistakes because one day puputok yan. Maniwala. Maniwala ko sa akin. Military is not yours. Walang loyalty ng military. Yung mga general sa malapit lang sa iyo na para by and large. Ang military nakatutok lang yan sa tao. including the police. Tandaan ninyo. Hindi yan mga, kung sabihin nyo, mahirap lang na padala ninyo sa hindi yan. Kamali ka. Kamali ka. Si soldiers, yung pinaka nandoon sa Pakibato, yung 3 months nandoon sa Pakibato. Ano yung dalo? Kaya magbaba yan dito, ini-entertain ko, pinapakain mo, ano? Sa Paksol yan. Halos isang buwan. Hindi ko malabas yan doon sa Paksol. Pag magulan mo, kaya masakit para sa akin ang mga sundalo. Kita mo lahat ng mga kayo dito sa Davao and everywhere. I go out of my way to pay respect because protecting the people. I'm good for another 20
Thank you, Mayor. Kung Bebo, na kayo gusto i-know about what happened in... Congressman.
Okay, gusto lang na po ipahiparo sa inyo ha. Before the incident no kaganina, 2 emissaries were sent to talk to Governor Ubahid, asking him na, Gov, ayaw na ipadayo ng rally sa April 14 diha sa Davao del Norte Sports Complex. Ang nagpadala sa emissaries kini si Anton Lagdamio. Ang sulti niya, dili daw ipadayon ang rally tungod kay maulawan daw siya, kay siya ang SAP taga Davao del Norte, nang hambog siguro kaya niya kontrolon ang Davao del Norte. Unya, maulawan po daw ang mayor sa Tagum City na si Chung Uy o ang vice governor ng anak kini si Uy Uy. Kay dako na sila og kwarta nga nakuha kang Martin Romualdez. Hayo sila na dili padayon ni Governor Ubahid. Ang tubag ni Governor mo ni, ingon siya, murag lisod na himuon siya ako, si Governor Ray Panea, wala na akong pwedeng ipagmalaki sa buhay. Wala akong mataas na edukasyon na pwedeng ipagmalaki. Wala rin ako sapat na yaman na pwede kong ipagmalaki. Sabi niya, dito man lang, pwede kong ipagmalaki na meron akong isang salita. Bigay ako ng commitment ko na mag-host ako ng rally dito sa sports complex ng Davao del Norte. At sabi niya, nag-commit ako ng 100,000 participants ng rally dahil nga ang mga mayors ng Davao del Norte, kanya-kanya may commitment sila kung ilang dadalhin na participants. So nag-come up si Governor ng 100,000. Ngayon, kala ni Governor tapos na yung usapan. Then the following day, meron na naman pupunta sa opisina niya. Ang sabi, Gov, pinapatawag ka ni Anton Lagdamio, nandito sa Tagum City, nandoon siya sa isang restaurant. Ang sabi ni Governor, teka muna, nakita mo yung maraming tao na nag-aantay para makipag-usap sa akin. Sabi niya, bakit ko unahin si Anton Lagdamio? Itong mga taong ito, may mga kailangan dito, may problema. So ang nangyari,
hindi niya hinarap si Anton Lagdameo. Ngayon, nagalit si Anton Lagdameo kasi sabi niya, binabastos daw siya ni Governor Edwin Obahib at hindi siya hinarap doon sa restaurant. Tapos, sinabi nila, okay, kung hindi natin makumbinsi si Governor, hindi palitan na lang natin yung Governor, pwedeng suspinde, di ba? Ginawa nila ngayon ng paraan, kahit walang basihan, binigyan ng order of suspension si Governor Edwin Obahib. Nung makita ko yung order, sabi ko, I was disappointed. Why? Because the order was signed by a former Chief Justice. Itong si Bersamin. Sabi ko, former Chief Justice ito, dapat he should be the one to respect yung due process and equal protection of the law. Malinaw sa saligang batas yan, di ba? No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall any person be denied equal protection of the law. Ang linaw-linaw. So dito, yun ang nangyari kanina, dumating yung mga taga-DILG, pinapareceive yung order, hindi sila pinapasok ng mga tao na nasa Capitol. Ang ginawa nila, pinost nila yung order doon sa labas, sa gate. At pagkatapos, siguro in 30 minutes, na umalis sila sa Kapitolyo, pinasumpa nila kaagad yung Vice Governor as acting Governor. Ngayon, pagkatapos sila pasumpahin, ang sabi ko kay Governor Obahib, huwag kang umalis dyan sa opisina mo. Because you are the duly elected governor. Pinili ka ng taong tiga Davao del Norte. Sabi ko, illegal yung order na inisyo ni Bersamin. Unang-una, si Bersamin, appointed nga lang yan eh. Hindi nga elected official yan. Tapos tatanggalin niya yung tao, yung governor na inilagay ng mga tao ng Davao del Norte dyan sa Capitol. Anong karapatan niya para gawin yun? Para sa akin, sabi ko, yung order na yan, illegal yan. Kasi it violated the very principles of the Constitution, yung Bill of Rights. Illegal yan. At saka yung assumption of office as acting governor ni Oyo-Oy, illegal din yan. Kasi andyan yung governor, buhay yan, sitting governor. Paano mo sasabihin na legal yung pag-appoint mo ng acting governor? Ang acting governor, pagka walang governor, nandyan yung governor. Kaya nga sabi ko rin sa mga empleyado, kasi pagkakaroon ng iskandalo ito, dahil ang mangyayari dyan, sabihin nila, 2 gobernador sa Davao del Norte. Merong totoong gobernador at merong fake na gobernador. Ngayon, sinong susundin ng mga tao? Siyempre, yung mga empleyado malilito. Pero ang sabi ko sa mga empleyado kanina, sabi ko isipin nyo na yung gobernador na inilagay ng DILG, hindi yan totoong gobernador. Vice Governor lang yan. Inilek yan ng taong bayan bilang Vice Governor, hindi gobernador. Ngayon, kayo ang naglagay ng acting governor, yung DILG. So sabi ko, bakit susundin yan? Hindi nyo dapat sundin yan. Dahil lahat ng action yan, para sa yung mga abogado, considered ultra vires yung action. Hindi po valid yun. Hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit yung administrasyon, wala namang gulo sa Davao del Norte na sa pagpapatakbo ng probinsya. In fact, ito a few weeks ago, Governor Edwin Obahib was awarded a plaque of appreciation. Ang nakalagay doon, Seal of Good Governance. Recipient siya niyan. Ang nagbigay, DILG. Ngayon, tatanggalin mo yung tao na yon who just received an award from DILG, yung Seal of Good. Eh, masyadong unfair naman and unjust, di ba? Kaya nga sabi ko, ang hirap talaga pag ganito ang sitwasyon, ganito administrasyon, hindi mo maintindihan. Kaya tinatanong nila ako kanina, paano yung rally sa Sunday? Sabi ko, ang rally sa Sunday, ito. Ito rin ang napagkasunduan namin ng mga mayors. Come hell or high water, tuloy ang rally sa Davao del Norte.
Thank you. Alam mo, sorry gusto ng chingo. Alam mo, ang simpleng pagkasabi dito, I am accusing Marcos of bringing us back to the old politics. Gayon no, suspend, tapos tanggal na tao, no, ng tatay ko, halos ganun ang ginawa nila. But ang tatay ko stuck it out with the nationalista because he was supporting Marcos. Sinugal niya yung makapagal doon eh. Ayaw niyang mag-nationalista. Lahat dito sa Davao, nag-liberal na. Pagtatay ko ng paiwan. Sabi ng tatay ko, Marcos ako, come high or hell water. Nag-Marcos siya. At dapat isinuspend siya. But alam mo, tatay ko, sabi niya, sige, I will go to court. So, medyo ano sila. Okay. 4 o 5. Medyo sobra na rin yun. 2 lang euro. Ganon eh. Pinampalik siya sa... He is really... If that is what he is doing now, I am accusing him of another thing, being an authoritarian leader. Ngayon, kami dito, tahimik lang. Lumabas lang ito kasi panggipit na talaga na hindi maganda. Wala bang partido na oposisyon sa kanya. So we will convince those who are against him to join us and form an alliance or whatever. Hindi ka an alliance against Marcos. Sir, Mr. President, huwag kang magalit. Mali yung ginagawa mo. And I am accusing you. Mr. President, remember that one day you will step down. Do not ever dream of extending your term. Luin mo naman itong bagong konstitusyon. Palitan mo lang yan. Isang sentence lang yan dyan. Walang economic provision. Wala ka dyan sa mga putang ina. Okay man wala yan. Noon pa yan, economic provision is the usual excuse. Isang sentence lang dyan sa Constitution natin. Yung that the President is good for 1 term. Tungkol lang yan. That the President is eligible to run again and again and again hanggang matanggal siya sa trabaho. Could be a military coup d'etat or whatever. Don't count on the sabi mo loyal ang military sa'yo. Mali ka na. And you are being authoritarian leader now. Do not push your luck too far. Kasi marami pa rin Pilipino, hindi lang umiibig. Ako nga, hindi ako umiibig eh. Pero pag pinilit mo ako, nga ako talagang pastor, mapipilitan pastosin kita. Kung magalit ka sa akin, hindi, nasa iyo. Patayin mo ako, pakulong mo ako. But remember, hindi lulusot yan sa satsa mo. At matani, marunong mag-Tagalog eh. Manatili yung hanggang 6 years ka na. Malapit na. Malapit na. So, dreaming ka. Sinabi ko sa iyo, huwag mong pilitin gaya sa ginawa ng tatay mo. Anak ka ng puta, talagang ginagawa mo na. Beware of the consequences sa mga bagay nito because do not fuck with the Constitution. At i-extend din, bakit kayo maka-presidente lang gusto ninyo? Pati yung, ayaw ko lang nasabihin, pati yung tatay mo eh. Nagkalit-silit siya kasi umaba ang panahon. Yung Constitution na yan, sagrado yan. It's the Bible of the people. Not religious, but it is the Bible of the people sa civic aspect ng buhay. Pilitin mo yan. Suspend ka dito, mag-suspend ka doon. Ako ang sasalita. Sinabi ko na sa iyo noon, Mr. President, ayaw ko makipag-away. Naging presidente ako eh. I have the resources lahat. But wala akong, never had the idea of, ganun. Kontento na ako doon sa 6 years. Dapat makontento ka na. And you try to redeem the name of Marcos. Do not destroy it for the second time. Kasi it might not really be good for you. Huwag ka maniwala dyan sa mga bulador na gusto ka Tama ka na, Mr. President. Mag-isip na magkautaw yung tao sa iyo, magkaw. Kung tama ka, I will defend you to death. Sigurado yan, tawagin mo lang ako. Pigin api ka, may gusto. Call me and I will die for my president. But the president fucks this constitution and destroy the lives of the people. Then kalaban mo ako. Kalaban mo ako. At marami akong alam. Wala yung doon. Wala yung tatargetin talaga kita sa pagkatao mo. Anong ginawa mo ng buhay. Ang order, ito talagang targetin kita. And it would not be pleasant. Kindly do justice. Tama yan sinasabi. Mabigat ito, Mr. President. Due process of law. The right to confront kung kamali gawan witnesses against you. Ulitin ko, sabi niya, no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall any person be denied the equal protection of law. With that, sana, ewan ko. At ito naman si Nagdameo. Alam mo, Andre, kaibigan tayo. Tagal ng kaibigan, halos gabi-gabi nagkikita tayo dyan sa si kay John Villar na inuman. Do not try to be, yung DILG should be the one to resolve, to investigate, or to look into a matter concerning local government. Ikaw dito na sa Secretary of Justice ka, do not demean yourself. Sinasabi ko sa iyo, nililekturan kita, kasi alam ko, isa ka rin. Alam ko wala kang alam. Umakyat kayo dyan sa Malacanang. Putang ina, wala kayong alam na. Puro bangag. So, do not try to be a hero. Davao ka, kaibigan tayo. Siguro, may utang na loob pa ako sa iyo. But when it comes to my country, a new guy, huwag kayong basta-basta pupunta ng mga probinsya, patita. Mag-demand kayo na ganun. Itong demokrasya, there is the right to dissent. Kung ayaw nino o ayaw nila, ay maglaro tayo. Kung hindi, aabot tayo sa batas. Nagdamayo, huwag mo akong pilitin. Kayo ni Bongbong. Magbarkada kayo. Alam ko yan. Huwag mo akong pilitin na bubuga ako dito na masaktan kayo lahat. Anong alam mo sa politika? Anong alam mo sa damdam ng isang mayaman kayo, umakyat kayo dyan. Wala kayong alam kung sino ang Pilipino at ano ang Pilipino. So, do not be smart ass. Kasi pag ini-lecturan ko kayo araw-araw, kasi ang edukasyon ko pang Pilipinas, kayo mamayaman, anong alam mo? Pakantahin kita ng bayang Magilaw. Sige daw. Lahat. Ako'y Pilipino. Sige. Alam ko wala. Sigurado yan. Anak kayo ng mga mayaman. Ako ka ni Florendo. Yung lupa na yan ang nakuha ninyo sa penal colony hanggang ngayon. Kasi inyo pa rin yan. Hindi inyo yan, sa gobyerno yan. Dapat itapos at yung lupa na yan ibigay sa mga tao. Dapat na land reform na yan, ang laki-laki ng putang inang yan. Don't you realize? Mayumaman kayo, gumamit kayo ng lupa ng gobyerno, putang ina ang rental doon. Ayaw, putang 500. Gamitin nyo ang puligita, bakit? May pera kayo eh. Pero huwag mo akong, you know, do not fuck with it. Huwag kayong magpatigas-tigasan. Hindi ako utang yun ang gusto. Ako isang mahirap lang. Kayong mayaman. Like the mayor, pagbaba mo sa Malacanang, one day it will end. Nandyan ako sa dulo ng Malacanang. I would choose yung saan lumuhod yung nanay ni Rizal, begging for the life of Rizal sa Espanyol. Doon kita hintay. I'll make it symbolic for everybody. May isa pa ako. Yan. Yung politiko ko kayo masyado mo na buso. You correct that. I'm advising the governor with it. Kasama siguro. Kung walang abogado, kami dalawa ni Bebot, abogado man kami. Go to the Supreme Court. Papilang naman niya. Censurare mo. I'm sure the Supreme Court a neutral body. Sigurado rin ako. Ako nag-warning lang dito sa baba. Yung kayo mga piyon, Marcos, baba kayo, Mayo, you have to deal with us. Kaming mga ako, presidente na. Wala namang isang taong na enough. Kaya yung hindi ko ginawa, huwag din yung gawin. Okay. Easy lang kayo. Puro tayo. Ako, mas mautak ako sa inyo. Kayo nakausap ko. Each one of you, Presidente, lahat na. Tingin ko sa inyo, kulang kayo. Makatabla lang kayo sa babae kasi may pera kayo. Pero sa akin, lahat mali itong akin. Ayun na yun. Stop the packing. Mga putang ina kayo. Ito.
Salamat. Salamat, Mayor.
Tapos yung putang ina.
Sorry.
Yan na kain namin. Sino bang nilikuha eh?
Ikaw naman ka mo nagkibuloy mo. Buwan ba rin kagsako?